Hi, welcome to the Shelly Studio. Today I am working in my December daily positive affirmation journal, and I'm on day 14. And did you see what word I pulled? Receptive, or something like that, right? So I googled it to find me a quote, and I saw a picture of a couple of girls using cans and string to communicate. So I thought it'd be kind of fun to do like the red solo cup and kind of do the same idea with the cups and the strings. So since the back of this page, the ink I used, I think it was Faber-Castell brush pens, kind of bled through a little bit. Figured I would just go with blue and cover it up, and we'll make it sky. It does look a little greenish, that's because of the yellow paper it's on, but it works. I just add a lot. So I just do that, and then I take a tissue, just a soft cloth, not a wet one, just a dry one, and blend that all in. And then we're going to kind of make this 2 pages, sort of 1.5, I guess, so that string has somewhere to go. So we're going to put one on one end of one page and one on the other end of the other page, and have a string go across. And doing the same thing here, just blending it in. Now, after doing that, I decided that grass wasn't bright enough on that side, so I added a little neon. I'm doing it with my finger, not a good choice. It doesn't spread well enough with my finger. And so I do a couple of layers of the fluorescent green, just to try and build it up over that kind of waxy surface that was there, so that it's a little bit brighter. And then I'm going to take this envelope that I started to address incorrectly and we'll just use it to do our girls' faces. And this is Jane Davenport's little face stamp thing, and I make her eyes big and her lips big, but on this one, do I make her lips big? No, they're not too bad on this one. And then I cut that out. And I thought I had edited the cutting out, but well, it's not too long. And then yes, I cut it right in half. Now for the other one, it's going to be profiles, so I thought I'd still use the stamps and try to make it look like a profile. The nose and the chin could have used a little help, but you like how I did those lips? I used glue stick on this, but it does peel off later, and in fact today as I was doing the voiceover, I'm looking at it and it was coming up, so I added regular glue and glued them back down because they didn't really stick very well. Those are Faber-Castell markers, by the way. And these are some cheap paint pens I got on clearance. And sorry, I whacked the iPad. They didn't work so well. I think they were fairly dry when I got them. I keep trying to use them, but they're more frustrating than anything. So here for this one, I pull out the paint and I just, like, it shows I'm doing this really fast. I'm not doing it quite this fast, but it is a quick little thing and I'm not really going for perfection. Just getting a flat bit of color to make it look like her arm is holding the cup. And then, I decide I should probably glue the string onto the cup and let that dry while I work on something else. There we go. So I'm just going to add a little orange there. That's this girl's arm. Decide to add a little bit of marker to the eyes to emphasize them a little better. I didn't think the stamp did so good. And shading around the eye. Now we'll get those solo cups stuck on there. And there we go. It's our homemade communication device. And then I add a quote, and the prompt was receptive, right? So the quote is, being receptive to what is happening around me gives me inspiration and feeds my desire to create. I like that quote. I should pay more attention to what's going on around me. Yeah, and I highlighted it in white so it would stand out a little bit more. Trying to fix those girls' hair. And that was day 14. Alright, day 15, fabulous. I decided to use the other half of that face. Trying to decide where it's going to go. I end up sticking it on the small page. Yep, there we go. You can see me trying to decide what I'm going to do with it. I just used some colored pencils that I had sitting here. Nothing fancy, they're just Crayola. Just to give her a little skin tone. I do go back and do the faces from the 14th as well. I had left them white. I add a little color. I don't go crazy dark with it. Just a little bit of color. See, now you can see that other face has been colorized. And fabulous! Gold is fabulous, right? So we're going to put a gold background. Metallic gold. I have her ear on there, and looking back, I'm like, I should have just cut the ear off. Ignored the ear. Or painted it gold. Something. And then I have this pink tube paint and just decided we'd do kinky curly hair. Pink hair, because that's fabulous. And it's nothing's perfect in my world, so flawed and fabulous is my quote. I'm sure I didn't originate it, but I didn't even look that one up. So there it is. Fabulous. Alright, the next one, just a real quick, simple one. The word was playful. So I decided to make that background kind of fit the other two pages. Fabulous, just a little out of place. The others are in a green meadow somewhere. And I just blend that again. This time I'm using a little bit damper baby wipe when I blend that one. And I decide to just do a couple of flowers. When I'm creating and I'm just playing and I don't know what to do, flowers and butterflies are the things I think of, so that is what I'm making. So I'm just doing some torn painty papers and just sort of doodly stems. Trying to get a center on there. That yellow isn't doing very well. So I add some white and then draw around them. Sorry you didn't see that part. And then I'm just gonna make a butterfly out of some scrap paper. And I did paint it yellow. It kind of just miraculously appears yellow, but footage issues with my film, I think. And later, you'll see it in the picture, I add some stickles, so that has a little bit of shine. So that was a real quick, easy one. The next one is decisive. So I googled decisive and I found a street sign that just had a lot of question words. So I'm just going to replicate that. And so I'm making some paper green for the street signs. And then I'm going to cut them out. Probably could have made them just a touch longer. Almost forgot, they need to come to a point. They're directional street signs. So I cut the rest of them to match that one. And then decide they're not green enough, so we're going to pull out more watercolor and just do another coat. Just to make it a little bit darker green. And then I'll add the words to each one. So I measured and decided I had to use a longer page, so I'm using the next one that's a full-length page to put this on. I'm just doing a couple of shades of blue to make it look like sky. Well, I hope you guys are liking these videos. If you do like them, please give me a thumbs up. Leave me a comment. Always like to hear what you're thinking. And this is number 17. So over halfway done now. Of course, I'm still in the first signature. Haven't made it to the second signature. So this is probably going to go into January. Maybe I'll have a different theme-ish for the second half. So I'm just inking around the edges to get rid of the white, and then we're just going to glue them all down. And there's no quote. It just says who, what, where, how, why, now. And the word is decisive. Guess I'm telling myself I need to be more decisive and less indecisive. I think I'll have one more video up before Christmas, but I hope you all enjoy the holidays and have a Merry Christmas if you don't see me next Wednesday. Are you all ready for Christmas? That's the question. This is the last shopping weekend. Anyway, I'd like to thank you all for watching. I hope you're enjoying it. Have a great day.